thank you. Um, First of all, I cannot find the words to thank you enough for this experience.
Can you tilt
I
your camera down a little bit more so I can see your whole face? Ah, beautiful, wonderful. Thank you. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Colombia.
Colombia. Wonderful.
Yes, as a yoga therapist, I work with cancer patients and seniors and also disabled people and palliative care. I trained in mindfulness with you. I took a conference some years ago, a lovely opportunity with Thich Nhat Hanh at the same time. And I went to his monastery to train for a while as a volunteer. Mindfulness has changed my life completely, and I have tried to pass it over to my clients and patients and students. My question is, how can I give relatives and the human being who is passing away the real sense of this is also a beautiful moment? I understand that we should, ¿cómo se dice? We should stay in like no death, no fear, as Thich Nhat Hanh teaches us. And there's no coming and no going. But the thing is, I understand that, but and also understand that when conditions are not present to live with dignity, it's time for the body to live and to transform. But I only probably see these people sometimes, especially the palliative care, people in palliative care, only once, and let's say for 1 hour or for the last minute. So I don't have the chance to transmit them what I feel and to transmit them that there's no coming, no going, and they are not living forever. They are just transforming. Yeah. How can I deal with that and give them peace at the last moment? Not only the patient, but also the relatives around him.
Wow. That's a very beautiful and profound question, Lucia. So you can't do it by talking. You can't do it by teaching people anything, especially in that moment. But you can do it. And the only way you can do it is by being you and being in your heart. And then whatever comes out of your mouth will be appropriate. But most of it will be coming straight out of your heart, and people will feel it. Partly by how close you are to them, how your tone of voice, all sorts of ways in which, not in some kind of artificial contrived way, but you're just a human being witnessing somebody dying in the presence of their loved ones so sometimes, because you have this mindfulness practice, you can hold that space, and it's your being will do all the work. And it won't be work. It won't be a doing. It's a being. I would say that's the best you can do. You cannot take anybody where they don't want to go or give them some kind of catechism about, transcendence or, wisdom or anything like that. Better, this is one instance in which, my Zen teacher, open your mouth and you're wrong. It's really good advice. I mean, be very careful about not doing. We could talk about that one for a very long time too, but I hope somewhat useful. Trust in your own heart. And because you're the perfect person at that moment to be present, and don't be attached to any outcome. You may feel like you weren't helpful or you weren't helpful enough, or you couldn't deal with the level of suffering that was in the room. Well, what do you expect? You can only be who you are, and you can't heal the world magically in some kind of way just because you have a different view that you feel helpful. That's just a view. And even if it comes from Thich Nhat Hanh or else, it's just a view. So it's thing. And what the moment requires for it in English, but I'll say hearting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.